Let's get right into it. Number 9. The memory glitch. Ever experience that strange sensation when you're performing an ordinary task, like pulling milk from the refrigerator, and your mind suddenly protests? Hold on, I've experienced this exact moment before? That's déjà vu, and it's basically your brain having a mini identity crisis. Scientists used to think it was your brain accidentally filing a new memory into the old stuff folder, but new research shows it might actually be your brain's fact-checking system having a hiccup. It's like when your phone tries to autocorrect something and gets it completely wrong. Your brain is constantly making predictions about what's going to happen next. When you walk into your kitchen, it's already got a rough draft of what you should see. Sometimes your brain's prediction department and reality department get their wires crossed. One part of your brain is saying, "This is new," while another part is screaming, "We've seen this before." That weird feeling is basically your brain's error message. And the craziest part? Your brain isn't actually remembering anything. Number 8. Our daily unconscious state. Night after night, we voluntarily render ourselves temporarily unconscious. It's like your body is running Windows 95 and needs a daily reboot just to keep working. Scientists have been studying sleep for decades, and their best answer for why we do it is basically a shrug. They've got theories like maybe it's for memory consolidation or clearing out brain toxins, but nobody can explain why we need the whole consciousness shutdown with hallucinations package. When you dream, your brain turns into an unpaid indie film director. One minute you're flying over New York City, the next you're taking a math test in your underwear while your teeth fall out. We're so bad at sleep that we've invented entire industries around it. Special mattresses, weighted blankets, white noise machines, and melatonin supplements, all just to do something that should be as natural as breathing. Speaking of which, now that you're thinking about breathing, you suddenly have to control it manually. And now you're thinking about how you fall asleep too. You're welcome. Number 7. Teaching machines through cat photos. We're essentially training computers to become intelligent by exposing them to millions of images of cats. Scientists were like, "Here, computer, look at these 10 million cat photos. Now tell me what a cat looks like." And somehow, through this digital version of flashcards, computers got smart enough to write essays and create art. It's like teaching a kid the alphabet, and suddenly they're writing Shakespeare. Nobody, and I mean nobody, fully understands how we got from "here's a cat" to "here's a detailed analysis of War and Peace." Even the people who build these AI systems are sometimes completely surprised by what they can do. The scariest part is when an AI makes a decision, and even the programmers are like, "Yeah, we're not sure how it came up with that." Imagine having a toaster that somehow learned to do your taxes. You'd be happy about the free tax service, but also kind of concerned about how your toaster got so smart. That's basically where we are with AI right now. Number 6. The color rejection paradox. That blue shirt you're wearing isn't genuinely blue at all. In fact, it's every color except blue. When light hits your shirt, it absorbs all the other colors, the reds, greens, yellows, everything. But it rejects blue light like it's a bad date. So that blue light bounces off and hits your eyes, making you think the shirt is blue. Everything you see is actually the color it refuses to be. That stop sign isn't red, it's anti-red. Those trees aren't green, they're green-phobic. Your whole life is a lie made of rejected colors, and that blue light your shirt is reflecting? It's just a wavelength. Your brain invented the color blue to help you make sense of it. Different animals see completely different colors from the same wavelengths. Some animals, like the mantis shrimp, have 16 color receptors while we only have 3. That means it sees colors that our brains literally cannot process. Number 5. Cosmic vacuum cleaners, black holes, are the universe's vacuum cleaners that everyone acts like they comprehend. Scientists will talk about event horizons and singularities like they're giving directions to the grocery store, but nobody actually knows what happens inside a black hole. Even Einstein's equations just kind of give up at a certain point. like a calculator displaying an error message. Imagine you're watching someone fall into a black hole. From your perspective, they'd appear to slow down and freeze at the edge like that buffering circle on Netflix that never ends. But from their perspective, they'd fall right through into, well, nobody knows. Some scientists say you'd get stretched out like cosmic spaghetti, others think you'd hit a wall of fire, and some think you might pop out in another universe. Like taking a sketchy shortcut through a bad neighborhood. We can't actually see inside a black hole because nothing, not even light, can escape to tell us what's in there. It's like trying to figure out what's inside a completely sealed box that destroys anything you use to peek inside. Number 4, rocks that think. We basically tricked rocks into thinking. That's not a joke. Computers are just fancy rocks we filled with lightning. Silicon, the main ingredient in computer chips, comes from sand. Yeah, beach sand. Everything your computer does, literally everything, comes down to millions of tiny switches being either on or off. That's it. Just on and off, ones and zeros. It's like having millions of light switches, but instead of controlling lights, they're arranged so cleverly that they can show you videos of cats knocking things off tables. Your computer doesn't actually understand anything. It's just really, really good at flipping switches at an insane speed. It's like having a toddler who only knows 2 words, but is so fast it can somehow write a novel. And the craziest part? Nobody fully understands how it all works together. Sure, there are experts who understand specific parts, but no single person on Earth knows everything about a modern computer. From the silicon chip to the software, we're all just pretending we know what's going on, while these rocks we taught to think do magic for us. Number 3, the voice in your head. Are you aware of that internal voice currently processing these words right now? Yeah, that one. The one that just went, "What voice?" That's your consciousness, and nobody has any idea what it actually is or where it comes from. Scientists have been scratching their heads about this for centuries. Think about it. You're a brain, a 3-pound chunk of meat running on electricity, but somehow you are aware of being aware. It's like having a TV that not only shows pictures, but knows it's showing pictures. And that voice in your head thinks it's in charge, but it might just be a narrator making up stories after your brain has already made decisions. Scientists have found that your brain decides to do something about half a second before you are consciously aware of deciding to do it. Your consciousness is just the tiny tip of the iceberg. Your brain is doing all sorts of crazy stuff, like keeping you breathing and managing your memories without ever telling you. Then, every night, your consciousness just turns off. It's gone. Then it comes back in the morning, like nothing happened. Number 2, the underwater cat video highway. So, you're sitting there, watching a cat faceplant into a birthday cake on your phone, and you probably think you know how that video got to you. Oh, it's just wireless signals and stuff. Yeah, that's like saying, you know how a car works because it just goes. When you tap that play button, your request dives into massive cables buried under the ocean. These aren't just any cables. They're glass tubes thinner than your hair, wrapped in steel and shark-proof coating. Yes, shark-proof. Because apparently sharks just love trying to eat the internet. Your cat video request is now racing through these tubes at the speed of light alongside someone's Netflix binge and a few thousand emails about extended car warranties. Your request eventually hits a data center, which is basically a warehouse-sized refrigerator filled with thousands of computers generating so much heat they could fry an egg. They use enough electricity to power a small city just to keep your cat videos flowing. All of this, the underwater race, the freezing computer warehouses, and the shark attacks, happens in less than a second. By the time you finish blinking, that cat video has traveled thousands of miles and made its way back to your phone, and we all just sit there and go, yeah, the internet, whatever. Number 1, the bicycle mystery. Not a single person, Not even the brightest scientists actually knows precisely how a bicycle remains upright while in motion. For over a century, everyone just said, it's the gyroscopic effect from the spinning wheels. Like how a spinning top stays balanced as long as it's spinning. That makes sense, right? Well, some scientists built a special bike with extra counter-rotating wheels that completely canceled out the gyroscopic effect. The bike still stayed upright just fine. So, everyone thought, okay, it must be the trail angle of the front wheel, the way the front fork is tilted forward, which makes the wheel want to self-center and stay straight. So, they built bikes with zero trail angle. And guess what? Those worked too. They even built bikes with negative trail, which should make them impossible to ride, and they still worked. We have been riding bikes for over 200 years. We can build self-driving cars and rockets that land themselves on ocean platforms, but we still can't create a complete, perfect mathematical model that explains what keeps a simple bicycle from falling over. It's some complex combination of factors that to this day we don't fully understand. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.